listen to Mr. Brook, Director of the GCEL. He has presented very nice presentation on the topic. I think of our interest, especially of the interest of our ASEAN members. So I see here a lot of faces, familiar ones, my colleagues from ASEAN here, from Indonesia, from Malaysia, from Brunei, from Singapore, from Vietnam, from Cambodia, and things like that. So I guess that we take the opportunity to maybe respond to what of our interest. So again, thank you, Mr. Chris Brook, for we waiting for us very delicious, tasty dinner. So please hurry up to raise the question before we enjoy very good dinner tonight. So please, question please. So micro, I guess you got around the table, so feel free to raise question and you. Dato, okay, please.
Thank you very much, Chairman, for giving us this opportunity to share very new knowledge. As far as I'm concerned, I think it's a new knowledge for me, and I'm sure I'm speaking to quite a number of us also. And I must also congratulate GCEL for splendid work that we have done today, and also to thank you for bringing this to ASEAN. As Business Council, Business Advisory Council, naturally we need to be able to learn more and have new knowledge so that we will be better equipped as we move along and deliberate on issues with the government of ASEAN. Now, listening to you, Mr. Brooks, just now, and also looking at the short video presentation just now, I came to understand, and please correct me if I'm wrong, this is basically my understanding, which I think I would like to have some kind of a confirmation from your side, and secondly, to follow through the question that will come out. It seems to me that this private-public partnership on logistics is basically, number one, is to see how we can transport or bring goods and services to the intended market at the minimum of cost. In other words, if we can try to have to reduce the cost of doing business internationally speaking, and that's where we would like to achieve. And in doing so, I suppose you have the expertise in helping us to get that across. That's number one. And number two, I think listening to you as I'm thinking top of my head, and at the end of the day, there will be this greater sharing. That is my understanding of where you're coming from. If that is the case, then my question follows is this: how do we go about doing that? Number one, in terms of convincing the various governments of the world to work together. Would that again come under the auspices of United Nations or some kind of an international organization like that? Secondly, how do we then do some kind of talent scouting, again for one better term, all around the world, and convincing people that this is the right thing for you to do, so that there will be this greater sharing. And because of this greater sharing, there will be this interdependency between one region and another region, and that probably will lead to lesser conflict in the world. Thank you so very much.
Absolutely. Before you go, before you answer, let me just, I have a very simple question. How do I go about getting the information that Mr. Brooks has been telling us? It's very simple, because I don't know how to do that. How do we get started? Get in contact with you, or do I have to go through our government, the ASEAN Secretariat? That's what
And I will leave the economic side to Mr. Brooks to talk about it, which is in essence talk about regional economy and to lead the global economy. As you saw in the video, we work with you in that region in and we identify a roadmap, and this roadmap would lead to trade increase about 271 billion euro a year, creating 20 million jobs, and so on, with basically two phases. Phase one is the efficiency era, right, the deployment of trade efficiency, and then phase two is leading to this trade increase and so on. And if you'd like also to know exactly how this would work for the Euromed region, we're looking forward to do the same, by the way, with ASEAN, and we will provide you with reports about the Green Blue Dimension Green Corridor, so you can see what we're doing there, and we'll be more than happy to work with you and with the governments here in the region to work also on similar plans for us and for the Asians. Now, as far as your question with regard to the cost reduction is very appealing. But if I may, it's not only about trade, reducing the cost of what we call blended import and export costs, but it's beyond that. As we know, an example you saw in the presentation, or rather you hear, that we talk about a financial institution and insurance institution and so forth. Let me give you an example, which is the easiest way to explain what we do. Today, let's put it this way, 40 years ago, we used to go to the airline, to the travel agent, and he used to write our tickets by hand. Imagine if we take these tickets and we go to the banks and we say to the bank, would you please finance this ticket? They will laugh 40, 50 years ago. And today, what happened? Today, it's thanks to systems like led by Amadeus and Sabre and Workspan. Today, we have systems like Travelocity and Mortgage that you go there, you buy your ticket online, and you finance it with your local bank by using the credit card. But you finish there. But also, this is thanks to this system, which it allows also, it asks you, the system will ask you, you would like to have a car rental when you reach the destination. You confirm that, and you finance it with your local bank. And also, what about hotel at the destination? Even Walt Disney ticket, if you want to go to Walt Disney. So all of that are financed with a credit card, local credit card, that never was issued, or somebody is in a business that is in desperate need to be financed, and he would like to provide, obviously the system will provide the transparency that the banks require. It will help him to expedite the financial requirements and so on. So how this would work through this system? It works in essence, you use the system to book your freight, so it finances your freight cost, but also it allows you to finance inventory and also bill consolidation and currency exchange. So the system, yes, it's free of cost to the end user, but at the same time it provides the financial institution a major market. So what we have done, you see, everybody in the world recognizes and knows that there is a need for technology solutions to boost the efficiency of logistics worldwide. But what happened in the past, they faced with multiple obstacles. One of them, geopolitical concern that Mr. Chris Brooks had talked about, but also monopolistic concern. But also the fact is, only technology company that they went to deliver the solution. Obviously, we need technology to deliver the solution, but if technology company to go and deliver the solution, they must be paid. So it must be cost to pay for the solution. And if there must be cost, what guarantee we have in the supply chain pipeline that everybody in the world will pay for? So a global solution, supply chain, doesn't work if the business model is to be paid to use the system. So what we have done? So we went to the three industry, as you see, we always focus on technology, finance, and insurance. And we said, through this initiative, we provide the banks and the insurance $5.6 billion market opportunity. And we said, we will provide you the technology for free by the technology industry. And then, once you make $1, Mr. Bank, we will take 10 cents to build the core system and to share these sensors with the technology gateways from around the world, which is 12 of them, to deploy globally. So this is how it works, in essence. So it's much more than cost reduction. It's also about finance, it's also about insurance, and much, much more, which we will also address. But I'll leave the chance also to Mr. Cruz to answer the question on the economy level. And also I'd like to mention the fact that it is important that we are here and we're going to be, like also we said, we're going to be in other ASEAN countries, is we are extending the invitation for the ASEAN financial institution and insurance technology to be there. And even if they don't meet technical ability, maybe, we have said to the West, quote unquote, that they cannot dominate this initiative. It will not be acceptable, it will not be deployed. We said you must joint venture, you must partner with the other side of the equation, which is other regions, in order to offset geopolitical and monetary concern. And they are ready, and they will be in Geneva looking forward to meet your banks and your insurance and your technology company in joint venture to